Hi everyone, how are you today? Here we are again for a new video on updates on books, webinars, online courses, and so on. And as always, nonfiction books and webinars on astrology, Jungian and post-jungian psychology, mythology, alchemy, and more. My name's Sophia. I'm a professional archetypal astrologer living in France. So let's start. So I would like to start with this astrology book that was released not so long ago at the end of March. It's called The Astrology of Nations, Casting and Interpreting Charts for Nations, Politics, and Economies. And it's by John Michael Greer. This is a book of mundane astrology, and mundane astrology is the art of making predictions about the political and economic condition of nations on the basis of planetary movements. Mundane charts are cast in the same way as natal charts, but their delineation, that is the analysis of factors and their synthesis into a complete picture, follows different rules. So here, John Michael Greer takes us into. There are three parts in this book. The first part with 12 chapters. Most of them are about the planets. In the second chapter, it is about case studies, and in the third one, it is about predictions. And as you can see, there will be a great conjunction in 2040. So if this is something that interests you, astrology of the world, astrology of politics, I think that this might be a good book for you. As always, I put all the links in the box below. The links for Amazon are associated links. I would like to say that if you can find these books on your local bookshop, it's best to do so. I put them here because if you live in a country where English is not the first language, and it might be difficult for you to find those books, just like me, I can't find those books if I don't buy them through Amazon. For the next book, I thought about including another book by Taschen. I know I have been doing one each week from Taschen, but they are wonderful books. They are really amazing. They are beautiful. And this one is about alchemy and mysticism. The Hermetic Museum takes readers on a magical mystery tour spanning an arc from the medieval cosmograph and images of Christian mysticism through the fascinating world of alchemy to the art of the Romantic era. And this book it reaches a long spectrum on alchemy and mysticism, of course. And you can even, of course, there are images from medieval times, as they say here, of Christian mysticism, of the Romantic era. But also, and as you can see here, they talk about the roots of surrealism and many other more recent artistic movements that can be found in this treasure trove. Yeah, I really do believe that this book is a real treasure trove. I have it in the French edition. As you can see, it's a very thick book, and the images are absolutely beautiful. This is, again, William Blake, always featured in this in alchemy books. The Splendor Solis. Let me see. Yeah. Again, engravings and paintings. Yeah, a really beautiful book. It's £17.91 at the moment, pounds, because this is the Amazon for UK. The other book that I wanted to show you today is Memento Mori, The Art of Contemplating Death to Live a Better Life by Joanna Ebenstein. I already told you about the Morbid Anatomy last week, which is a website, but also a physical site, I think in Brooklyn, where you can find a library and some sort of museum on anything that has to do with death. It's death related. I really love everything that they put out, whether it might be online events, because this is a subject very important to me. I feel that we are a society that wants to hide death, and contemplating death is, of course, a way to be in peace with it, be more at peace with what it represents. And the more we are at peace with it, the more we can live a better life, just like Joanna Ebenstein says here. This book is a very engaging book because you have historical examples, you have anecdotes, you have exercises, journal prompts, reflections, you name it. You have so much in this book. It's very in-depth. I have it here, the hardcover. It is a very pretty book. It is small, but at the same time, it has a, I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit square. I find the size of it to be very practical. And it's a pretty book. It's the cover is absolutely beautiful. This artwork of a vanitas is it's really beautiful. And I would like to read you a little excerpt of this book. It's in the chapter Life, Death, and Rebirth. I can tell you that there are 12 chapters. The first one is starting the process, the descent. Second one, what is death? Third one, life, death, and rebirth. Fourth one, death with value, other ways of looking at death. Fifth one, what happens after you die. Sixth one, love and death, mourning those we've lost. Seventh chapter, communing with the dead, rituals and contact. Chapter 8, fear of death and the quest for immortality. 9, preparing for your own death. 10, playing with death and popular amusement. 11, living your true values. And the last one, bringing back the treasure, your own myth or symbol of death. And the excerpt that I would like to read you is from the Life, Death, and Rebirth chapter. It's called Descent and Return. A frequently used metaphor when looking at cycles of life, death, and rebirth is that of a descent followed by a return. This model draws on a rich body of mythology revolving around individuals who have made their own descents into the land of the dead. When they return, they bring a literal or psychological treasure that enriches not only their own lives, but the lives of those who have not made the journey. Often, the individual finds some healing in the process and emerges from their journey with the capacity to heal others, or returns with a treasure that rejuvenates their culture. Psychologically speaking, we might see this idea of a descent followed by a return as a poetic, metaphorical description of the temporary sojourn we take into our own psychological underworld, the unconscious, during dark transitional times. Paradoxically, these times, though they might seem unendurable in the moment, often engender not just growth, but transformation. Although they are not necessarily pleasant, I and many others have found such descents essential to growth and real change. This is a very Plutonic book, and at the same time, very Saturnian one. Yeah, it's an aspect between Saturn and Pluto. This is not the shadow, this is the light of the aspect of Saturn-Pluto, because it brings sublimation to these ideas and these subjects that are very hard to cope with. So if this book speaks to you, and if Memento Mori is something that interests you, I do recommend you this book. Then we have another book that is also talking about the idea of death, of living at the same time living a meaningful life, a happier life, with that knowledge of that we are all, of course, going to die and be in peace with it. This is a book by Of course, if you are interested in Jungian psychology, you must have read something by James Hollis by now. This is his latest book that just came out last month, Living with Borrowed Dust, Reflections on Life, Love, and Other Grievances. So this is a collection of essays from Jungian psychoanalyst Dr. James Hollis, exploring and celebrating evolving questions on life's mysterious journey. And in this book, he says that we have, in this collection of essays, Hollis helps us to reflect deeply on the questions that explore and celebrate life's challenges in our evolving world, including how happiness is attained, how to approach our dreams, the divided soul of America, our fear and fascination with death, and the conflict between good and evil. And I have this book in its Kindle version, and I would like to read you an excerpt so that you can have a taste from it. It's from chapter 7, that is called When You Stare into the Abyss. And he says, recent medical challenges in my life, including radiation, chemotherapy, and some risky surgeries, have brought this issue to the forefront. I found myself accepting my death, for what other honest choice is there really? But I also found myself swimming in large emotions regarding not leaving my companion bride and our adult children alone. Further, I still value my work, and I'm still a person of insatiable curiosity, ranging from learning more and more about art to the richness of current discoveries in archaeology, anthropology, astronomy, and the sundry disciplines of the humanities, which never fail to enlarge, inform, and open me to the next set of questions. In other words, there is still much for which to live. I really like this excerpt, and I find that it gives a good idea of what the book might be. So if you are interested in his book, I recommend you. This is a beautiful opus by James Hollis. Then we have the webinars, and this first one is a summit, Astrobiz Summit, Elevating Your Practice, 3 days starting on April 25th. It is organized by the Organization of Professional Astrology, OPA. And yeah, this is for you if you are already a professional astrologer, or if you are starting out and you would like to explore many of the subjects around the business of astrology. In this summit, the 17 astrologers are going to talk about, from writing blogs and books to doing conferences, teaching, to know more on branding, on marketing, on social media. As you can see, they explore many subjects related to the business of astrology. And here you have them, all of them. And the schedule. Yeah. And the price, at the moment, it's still a early bird until April 11th, $89 for members, or $109 for non-members. So yeah, if this is something that interests you, if you are willing to go further in your professional practice, this might be something that might be valuable for you, give you a lot of practical information. Then we have a series of webinars that are going on since March, as you can see here, at the Mayo School of Astrology. They are free astrology webinars every second Thursday evening, and they are free to all at 7 p.m. UK time, so you'll have to check to your time zone. The next one will be on April 17, and in this series of webinars, Wendy Stacy leads discussions with other astrologers on the political, social, and economic climate, exploring the news of the world and reviewing this through the lens of astrology. So if this is something that might interest you, you have 2 webinars a month or even, let me check, yeah, 2 per month, check out Mayo School of Astrology. Again, I will have all the links below. Then to continue with webinars and workshops online, this is a webinar on dreams, about the basics of dreams, working with dreams, dream interpretation, on April 12th by Dale Mathers at the C.G.Jung public lectures in Bristol, of course, online. And yeah, in this webinar is well, they say it's a seminar, is an introduction to dreams, how they are made, what they are made with, and what they are made for. Dreams are a natural product of the unconscious mind, as it does its nightly talk to helping us understand the world and our place in it, bridging between conscious and unconscious. So this might be of interest to you if you are starting out with dreams, or if you want just to delve in the basics of dreams, dream interpretation. This is £15 on April 12th at 11:30 UK time, I guess, CE, so Central Europe, I guess. Check if it's feasible for you in your time zone, if you are interested. And to stay on this topic of dreams, this is an online workshop with James Hollis. I just told you about his book. The description is, what are dreams and why do they come to us? How can we begin to work with them, even understand dreams? How can we integrate dreams into therapeutic praxis? This presentation will explore theories of origin and meaning, methods of interpretation, and will focus a great deal on practicing interpretation on dreams that will be provided. By the end of the session, participants will be somewhat less mystified by and less intimidated by the idea of dream interpretation. So this is for all levels. If you are wanting to know more on dreams and be guided by the wisdom of James Hollis. So this might be something of interest to you. As you can see, I have chosen 2 webinars, workshops on dreams for this week. One of them might be one of your choice. And to close this video this week, I wanted to show you the work of Hazel Florez. She's an artist living in the UK. I really like this quote by her that explains a lot of what she does. I am an artist communicating in the visual language of dreamish. I relate to an ancient atavistic worldview, which connects to the poetic thinking found in symbolism, mythology, magic, mysticism, and storytelling. I believe that symbols are what unite us at our primal intuitive roots. They are the first language of visual communication. They unite all people from every background. Hazel Florez, her works are absolutely amazing. They are full of symbolism. You can see that each detail can take you into contemplation. As you can see, blue, the color blue is everywhere in her works, which made me think about what Hilma af Klint had written in her notebooks about colors. She wrote about blue and yellow, blue being the feminine color and yellow the masculine color. So when I saw the work of Hazel Florez, it really, the blue color really spoke to me. And yeah, if you want to explore more of her work, she is also an Instagram. And yeah, beautiful symbolism, great imagery. Leave you with this. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again next week. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you back here next week. Bye.